This is my wife Ling. I'm an interior designer, and we have been staying in this BTO flat for around 9 months. Yeah. And here's my dog, Udon. Been staying in Punggol for the past 16 years. Yeah, and actually we grew attached to this place because it's very close to nature. And when we heard that the BTO is trying to launch around 6 years ago, we actually just tried our luck and we got very lucky. Yeah, and we managed to get a unit here. I think we got more than what we bargained for, in a way that we are very excited and happy. When we got our key, we saw the full sea view. It was really amazing. That's why we start to think about what we want for our renovation. We lease down to Scandinavian because it's really very nature and it brings us very close to the environment. The most unique feature I would say is the
display shelf.
yeah, the Bearbricks display, which I actually spent quite a lot of time designing it. I need to strike a balance. It needs to be playful and fun, yet at the same time, it needs to blend into the surrounding environment. It got to have the woody feel. We cannot have too much glass, else you may look out of theme also. It's more of a hobby, and it's quite of a trend. I love the collection, so that's why I actually wanted to showcase it.
Instead of hiding it in a display shelf in the room, we decided to incorporate it into the living area.
This is actually one of the house centerpiece. When people come in, this is one of the eye-catchy items. Actually, the most expensive feature in the whole house is one of the kitchen island behind us. It's actually a waterfall style kitchen island, which is I think a dream kitchen for her because she keeps insisting she wants a kitchen. And
it's a great addition to the kitchen.
And as she's doing baking quite often, and she wants like a studio feel.
Most of my friends, they commented, actually you can do studio shooting here if you need to do so. I do run my own cookie business, but I put it on hold for more than a year plus already.
I've been around 4 years in the industry already. Why I got and become an ID is because I know my own house is coming. So I was bugging my ID partner, and I was bugging so much that he told me that why not you come in and we show you the rope and teach you. It's a long, tedious learning procedure. But then I'm pretty sure that I learned really a lot of things in this trade. To suit our lifestyle, we actually have quite a lot of plans in mind. This is actually my show unit for my ID firm also. So actually I bring customer to take a look at the place also as a show unit. At the same time, we wanted a very cozy and relaxed feel. And we are actually doing quite a lot of hosting.
Talking about hosting, we are actually looking into home dining in the near future. We feel this environment is very suitable to host home dining because of the sea view plus the cozy feel around the house. That's something that we definitely want to look into when we slowly move into retirement because both of us are aging also.
In a way, no, I didn't save any much shorter time than both the rest. In fact, my renovation took 6 months due to COVID, due to shortage of manpower. But I'm pretty satisfied with the result, and it turned out to be a very fruitful experience for me also.
As you can see, there's a lot of BTO around this area. In fact, we had quite a number of clients around here. So when we collected the key to this unit, the BTOs around this area were ready for key collection also. My husband was busy rushing the ID projects for his client. That's why we prioritized their project over ours.
The bathroom actually give us our own me time, whereby we actually feel very at ease with all the marbles. In a way, it actually looked very soothing. We wanted to have a contrast in design, but yet at the same time, it must blend into the environment. We do not want something that is too uniform throughout the whole place that make it look actually dull and boring.
So we wanted to give his ID firm client to see the contrast in both.
Not to have too much metal, metal things that tend to rust because we are facing the sea. The corrosion rate is quite high, so my advice is that take a look at your surrounding first. You might have a favorite metal table or favorite metal rack, but it might not really suit into the environment also. And for us, we basically revolve around wood and more like quartz and glass that not so weather skeptical. We choose wooden tile flooring, which actually a lot of people their first thought into the house was like, this is wood. No, it's actually not wood, it's wood design tiles. Yeah, it's actually very durable and very easy to maintain. As you see that we have a pet dog around, so sometimes we need to clean up after him. At the same time, it have to blend well with our environment also. The vinyl flooring is environment certified friendly. What we call there is little VOC. It's not harmful to animals and little children.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, using all the LEDs that is less
More energy saving.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think the shortage of raw material during the time when we are doing reno plays a huge part in the delay also.
Our renovation setback was about delay around 3 months, yeah, due to COVID, because on and off got workers installer that down with COVID, and that's easily 1 week. And the next thing we know, we are short of this material, short of that material. Okay, for those homeowner to be, okay, the first thing is before selecting a home, okay, do your own research. Okay, if it's a BTO, go to the site. Okay, if it's a resale home, do your very detailed planning, especially if you are on a resale unit, right? Do take a look at the age of the building. If the building is too old, you might want to rethink as a renovation process for rewiring and re-piping of the whole unit can cost you quite a lot of money.
Definitely the location and the amenities, transportation around the area, it plays an important part to people searching for their ideal home. Do your recce on the location that you're looking at so that you know what you're getting into. Because that will be an area where you will need to stay at least 5 years before you get to move on to a new area.
Given a choice, I would not buy a resale flat, yeah, because in my trade, yeah, I myself do understand that a resale flat renovation is actually definitely more costly than a BTO. In either way, a renovation is a very important and individual process that cater to personal needs. Do take a look what you really need and what you really want, rather than what other people want. A lot of time, you have to set your priority right,
yes.
Yeah, and not just give in to what other people tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, set
You have
your
to know
own.
what you really want
Yes,
before you decide. Yeah.
Exactly. I used to be a chef before I turned ID. I actually have a dream of running my own private home dining, yeah, which I actually have experience doing so. Yeah, I used to go to other people's house. Now I actually have the idea to ask customer to come to my house this time for them to try my cooking. Yeah. At the same time, my wife also loves to bake. Yeah. So we actually are very, just like a typical Singaporean, we love to eat. And of course, for us, food is love. Yeah. So we actually love to share the love around also.
2 years ago, I tried my hands on starting small cookie business with the encouragement of my family and friends. We did one trial during Christmas and Chinese New Year, and the response was quite good. That's how I started my mini baking business, yeah. But I put it on hold due to some personal reasons 2 years ago, so slowly we'll be bringing it back soon again.
Actually, for our home-based business, right, we did some research and reading, and we realized that HDB actually encouraged us to do a small home-based business. We are not required to have any approval or permit, yep. Which actually we feel that this is very encouraging for us to start off. There are certain rules and regulations, like you do not advertise it so vastly on the social media or commercial, but then it can be done. As we foresee, we are doing a lot of hosting for the private dining customer. Yeah, we actually have decided to make do with the tradition living room and convert into a dining instead. We decided to hack a room into a TV room, which is actually very cozy. At the same time, we have a lot of hosting area where we can mingle with our guests.
We had this in mind before we even started Reno. In future, when we zoom into the home-based dining business and cookie business, we do not need to make major changes because it's already suitable for what we wanted to do.
I have been a chef for more than 20 years. Okay, the overhead in Singapore is actually very, very high. Rental and labor costs alone is what actually making food so expensive.
Yes.
Yeah, home dining actually cut a lot of corners on cost saving. Yeah, the overhead is low. Yeah, I have my own dishwasher helper here. Yeah, so when she's
Manual
doing
dishwasher.
all the cleaning, yeah, and free labor.
Yeah, free labor.
Yeah, as I mentioned, eating food should be a very happy event. Yeah, that's why when you actually go to a place to eat, the feel and ambience are very important.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Of course, the food plays an important part as well.
I'm pretty sure in a cozy and relaxing home like mine, I think you can look forward to the ambience, food, yeah, and the hosting.
Yeah,
that we
definitely
are-
home dining is very different from the commercial dining because it gives you a more personal feel, more personal take and interaction with the host as well. And the food wise, we can easily customize to certain customers' requirement.
Basically, we are actually looking at a Western that is more on the Europe side. Yeah, basically like pasta, cafe food that a lot of hipster nowadays like.
We won't have a fixed menu in future when we zoom into home dining. We will see what the trend is and we will do accordingly. Yeah.